Marrakesh city is the main tourist center of Morocco, and also the city with the best of infrastructures. So you should expect something great in this city. The best part of this city is that there's enough tourist infrastructure to make travel relatively uncomplicated. If you've been looking for interesting places to visit in Marrakesh, don't look further. We've compiled a list of interesting places that will take the boredom away from you. Number 1. Jemaa el-Fnaa. Jemaa el-Fnaa is the happening place in Marrakesh. Regardless of any season you visit, it's still a vibrant area that can't be overlooked. You can't afford to miss this interesting place in the city of Marrakesh. When it comes to food, you'll discover probably the best places to eat in Marrakesh here. Try orange juice, lamb kebabs, and maybe buy a couple of flavors to take home. Number 2. Jordyn Majorelle. If Jemaa el-Fnaa is a bit overwhelming and hectic for you, then you should consider visiting Jordyn Majorelle. This garden is designed by the French painter Jacques Majorelle, making it one of the best gardens to visit in Marrakesh. Once you feel you've spent enough time in the garden, you should move quickly into the enchanting blue house that was Majorelle's painting studio. Number 3. Koutoubia Mosque. Are you looking for the most important religious places in Marrakesh? If yes, Koutoubia Mosque is where to go. In any case, non-Muslims are not permitted to go in. This mosque should be visible from each bearing in the city, and it's a complicated illustration of Almohad design, which you can see across North Africa, and, surprisingly, in Spain. As referenced before that non-Muslims are not permitted, but you can still admire the outside and walk around the mosque without upsetting their peace. Number 4. Saadian Tombs. This vacation spot is the last resting spot of members of the Saadian dynasty. Despite the fact that they governed in the 16th and 17th centuries, the 66 burial chambers of this cemetery stayed unseen until the mid-20th century. What makes this place so remarkable and appealing to travelers? It's simply because of its traditional Arabic calligraphy, colorful tiles, and elaborate carvings, and how they've been beautifully restored and preserved for years. Number 5. Bahia Palace. Bahia Palace is where you can go to loosen up and get away from the bustles of the city and roads. In this castle, you can have a thought of the lavish day-to-day routines that people experienced in the royal residence during those days. Also, you can stroll around the Bahia Palace and look at other astonishing designs. Number 6. Madrassa Ben Youssef. The Madrassa Ben Youssef traces all the way back to 1565 and was designed by the Saadians. The madrasa is the biggest Islamic religious philosophy school in the whole of Morocco, but it's the architecture that will wow you. Although the Islamic patios and passageways through the madrasa are unquestionably worth a look, the principal fascination here is the main courtyard. It's designed with Kufic engravings, zeolite tiling, and tapered rock roofs, all coming together to bring about a delightful spot to spend a few minutes, or even hours. Number 7. ANIMA. ANIMA is one of the hardest spots to locate, but it's definitely worth the visit. ANIMA is situated around a 35-minute drive southeast of the downtown area. This artist's private garden can be reached by free transport from the city's medina. So not only is it beautiful, but is a great activity to do for cheap in Morocco. The garden is a stark contrast to the desert surrounding it, with cacti, roses, and lush greenery that form this unusual garden. This fantastical place was designed by artist André Heller, but includes works by iconic artists like Picasso as well. All you need to do here is spend a couple of hours here to get away from the bustle of Marrakesh and drench yourself in the realms of nature and art. After you've spent enough time relaxing in the garden, you can go to the small on-site museum and cafe to unwind. Number 8. Toubkal National Park. Toubkal National Park is a delightful outside spot to visit in Marrakesh. In spite of the fact that it's 57 kilometers south of the city, it's certainly worth visiting, as it's the most well-known public park in Morocco. The best time to visit this appealing spot is throughout the late springtime frame, as snow can make a ton of activities impossible throughout the colder time of year. This is perhaps the best spot in Marrakesh for outdoor enthusiasts. If you want to enjoy more of this place, you can go to the national park for the day, but if you're really hardcore, why not consider a multi-day hike? There are several options, and if the altitude and height are a bit much for you, then the Aram circuit is a better alternative. You'll still get some awesome views on this pretty route that takes in several country villages. Thus, that concludes our rundown of the best places to visit in Marrakesh. We trust you found our broad rundown helpful and instructive, and that you have a more clear thought of how to see Marrakesh. We hope that our list has not only helped you to plan your trip, but also to get an idea of how to enjoy Marrakesh like a local. The atmosphere may be a little intense and overwhelming at first, but with an open mind and thirst for traveling, you're sure to have a great time when you travel to Marrakesh, and that's it. There's so much to see in Marrakesh that you might think that a long weekend or a short break isn't enough time. If you have any comments or opinions about the video, don't be shy and just leave your comment down below. Thank you for staying tuned. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification for more updates, smash the like button, share this video with your friends and loved ones, and I'll see you in the next video.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, seen it right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being